In today's video, we'll take a look at the prices for Shiden Network and for Moonriver as well, of course, because and also Kusama. We're not going to stop talking about Kusama because, as you know, with the crowd loans, the price has been doing really well. I mean, it's been popping like crazy. I've been saying this the last time I spoke about Kusama, that the price is going to do really well during these crowd loans because people want to contribute. People saw what Moonriver did, they saw how it performed. And I do have a special video later on today, by the way, to talk about my top 2 picks and the ones that I think are going to do really well in terms of the crowd loans for batch 2. And it's not too late for you to contribute, by the way. You still have plenty of time. I'll do the video later today. But just a kind reminder, before we start talking about the price, you can still contribute to the Calamari crowd loan. Okay, it's not too late. Ignore the green symbol here, which basically says Calamari crowd loan has finished. Right? It's not the case. You can still do so. The rewards are not paused, right? I have spoken with the CEO. He said it's fine. You can still do so. You can see here your rewards are available. The contribute button is clickable. Okay, you just click it. You sign the transaction, done, right? The minimum contribution 0.1 KSM. Okay, I just put one here as an example to show you the base reward that you get, which is 10,000 KMA tokens. And the referral 250, okay, for using my referral link. If you do wish to do so, I'd like to thank you in advance. And also for Altair, you don't forget 5% referral bonus. And if you contribute at least 10 Kusama, you receive a special surprise. Again, both of these links can be found in the description of the video. Just extend the drop down under the video for the description and find the links down there, okay? So yes, please do use them if you decide to contribute. I'd like to thank you in advance. We both take advantage of that bonus. But now to continue on here and talk about the prices. So Shiden Network has been surprising us all ever since they got listed on Kraken. I know that we had that massive sell-off here from the airdroppers. As you can see, it looked very horrible. It looked like we're going into the crypto abyss, as Crypto Kirby says, one guy that I follow, who does a lot of trading videos on Bitcoin and stuff. And I really like his TA, and the way he talks is really funny. So yeah, we were looking like we're going into that, right? You can see here we dropped a lot here. People have been selling those airdrops like crazy. We had a bit of a stability here, a bit of an accumulation. This was a symbol that the airdroppers, a sign, sorry, that the airdroppers have stopped dumping. You could see we had this pop here, airdroppers dumped again, but not as much, right? And then we found some support in this area. And then we were off to the races. So probably the best entry would have been around this area here when you see another push to the upside here. Once again around 450, because then we had this massive run up to 560 when Kraken announced the listing. We knew the Kraken listing is going to come because Kraken have said it from the start. We are supporting the winners of the parachain auctions on Kusama. So there's no reason to be worried, right? Kusama's crowd loans are supported on Kraken. Remember, you can contribute to these crowd loans on Kraken, right? So yes, it's going to be the same. If Kilt win and Kilt are going to win, right, for the second batch, they're going to get listed on Kraken. If Calamari win, and I really do think they will for the second one, they're going to get listed on Kraken. And also on KuCoin, and also on MEXC, and also on Gate, right? I don't know what's going on with OKX. I don't know if they've just stopped supporting the crowd loans because I haven't seen them list any of these other winners. They've only listed Kraken Karura so far, so I don't know if they're gonna list Moonriver and maybe Shiden. But yeah, like I said, Kraken, KuCoin, MEXC, and Gate are the guaranteed ones. So yeah, to continue on here and talk about the price. So yeah, we could see we had this massive dump, 560. Then when they announced that on Twitter, then a huge sell-off again. Because this was a one-day wait, so they basically said that tomorrow we're going to list on Kraken. We had the pop, then the dump, then the accumulation here. You could see we tried to go back up again. We had one more final dump here to 450. This was the really important area. And then when we got the listing, the price actually popped to over 11 bucks on Kraken. It dumped again to around 6, stabilized around that, popped to around $9 for like 10 minutes, I've been told. And then the price dumped once again. But then, as you could see here on KuCoin, it did actually catch up to it. So it did have a delay on KuCoin. We went to 615. We had a bit of a pullback here. This was starting to accumulate around this area. We formed a new area of support here because of this dip here. So you could see we actually dipped here exactly to that pop. So this area seems to be an area of support now. And then just when I thought we're gonna dump, right, I was planning to accumulate more here if we're going under 5. I was thinking if we're gonna go under 5 here and the momentum is over for the next while until staking is enabled, then I could get in around under 5. But no, it wasn't possible. Now we just popped to over 7 today, and now we're pulling back once again to this area. So we're either going to dump over the weekend, or if we remain in bullish scenario, including tomorrow on Sunday, when normally Sundays are bloody, but in a bull market, you could argue that things are doing well, right? So if tomorrow is going to do well, then we're likely going to see another pop maybe tonight into Sunday, right? And we're likely going to go to 7 or maybe even higher. Depends on the bullish news. And again, just I know that I usually mix fundamentals with TA, right? I don't only do TA, like pure TA, because we have to keep in mind fundamentals when it comes to these tokens. It's very, very important. Otherwise, there's no point, right? Or if you just go by the technicals, you're going to get wrecked, right? It's the way it is. You need to understand the fundamentals and what they're going to do, because if you know that there's going to be an airdrop, for example, of 21 million, then of course you're going to expect a dump, right? Of course you're going to expect a dump. People are going to be selling when you get free tokens. Not everyone's going to hold, right? And I'm not saying everyone's going to dump, but the majority will. Especially with the crowd loans live, people are going to want to jump onto Kusama, and then they're going to want to take part in the next crowd loans, right? So they're going to sell the unlocks, they're going to sell the airdrops. That's how it is. It's normal. It's natural. You need to take profit. And yeah, we're likely going to be popping once again. I think here, if we remain in bull mode, we're looking like we're accumulating, just like we've been accumulating here. It looks like we're accumulating once again. We'll have to see. And there is a bearish scenario too, right? If we do dump below, we could retest 560 once again, and then probably around 525. That's the next area here because of this area of support here, which is a bit tiny in both these sides here, this one and this one. So yeah, that's it with Shiden. We'll have to see. Staking apparently is being worked on. I don't know if it's fully enabled yet. I think it's going to be worked on. They're in that phase right now. Now keep in mind that there is an inflation of an annual inflation of 10%. So unlike Moonriver's 5%, this is 10%. It then gets, of course, shared between all the different collators. Okay, and then the number goes to the stakers too. So we don't yet know how much we're talking about exactly, but I mean, we know it's 10%, so you could kind of do the maths based on that, right? It's 10% of the 70 million. That means 7 million is going to go into circulation every single year, okay? And then out of that 7 million, that's getting shared between collators. I'm not sure on the percentage split between the collators share, because the collators get an extra share over the stakers, who are the nominators, who are us, people that are staking on the collators, and then a certain percentage gets allocated to us, okay, per year. So you could divide that maybe on a monthly basis or a daily basis by 365 to try and kind of get the numbers there, right? I'm likely going to do a video on that at some point when I'm going to do a price prediction video for Shiden. But yeah, Shiden's doing okay. I mean, maybe it didn't perform as well as Moonriver. It is the worst performer, unfortunately. Even Karura has performed better, but nevertheless, I mean, it's going to get its moment. We just have to wait for them to get these integrations like we've seen with Moonriver, and until that happens, it's going to be an accumulation token pretty much. Next, let's talk about Moonriver here. So Moonriver has been dumping like crazy, but it's still doing well, right? 137. I know yesterday had this nice pop to over 170, which was pretty good. Actually, sorry, 2 days ago, yesterday had a pop to 100 and what did it go to? 168, I think. 165 it went to yesterday. 24 hours ago. And yeah, as you can see here, there is a sell-off, right? It might be the stakers, it might be people that are getting the unlocks and just selling, right? Because they're seeing this humongous gain here, so they're trying to buy Kusama, they're trying to contribute for these next crowd loans. But yeah, I mean, considering we had this massive FOMO here with the pop to 190, I mean, just think about it. When Moonriver is going to get listed on Binance, and I really believe it's going to come this year, then you could expect a massive run up with this token, considering the low supply of just over 1.5 million, because now that there are so many people staking and they're getting extra rewards, it's definitely gone a little bit over 1.5 million, but we're talking peanuts here. We're not talking like large amounts, right? Remember, it's a 5% inflation per 365 days, so it's a long time. So yeah, I mean, it's we've got a lot of room to grow here. So now let's talk about what we could potentially see this get to. Let me go to the 30-minute chart here. So considering this area here, right, this is now become the area of support, this area that we're seeing now. Okay, we had this dump here to 124, but we don't really have any other area of support until $100. So if we are to dump more because of stakers, I don't know, because of people getting the unlocks from the vesting period and deciding to sell, assuming they're all must sell, we could retest the area of $100, okay, because this is the next area of support. And then the next area lower than that is around 95. Then the next one after that is around 82, but I don't think we're going to go that low personally, unless the market really pulls back, unless Bitcoin dumps to, I don't know, to 40K maybe, or maybe even less, maybe if it goes to 30, 35K, 33K, that area. I don't think that I'm going to see this happening anytime soon, right? It could happen, but just not anytime soon. So yeah, that's the worst scenario. And then in the bullish scenario, we're likely going to encounter a little bit of a resistance once again, like we did here around 168, right? Because of this area here, which was previously support, right? When we popped to 190. And then in an even more bullish scenario, we're likely going to retest 199 once again and possibly go even above that to retest even higher highs. But to really fuel that, I really think we need a new exchange listing, and that would have to be either Binance or Coinbase. I mean, to see Coinbase is very unlikely. They normally take a while to list, even though they've funded PureStake, the team behind Moonriver and Moonbeam, but it could happen. And just before we move on and talk about Kusama, I'd just like to take a moment to thank today's channel sponsor, BitSwap for sponsoring this video. So let's watch this short clip and then continue on from there. Thank you.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
Okay, we had some technical difficulties here with KuCoin loading up the Kusama pair. So yeah, now I managed to get it working. I had to refresh the page. So yeah, here with Kusama, I mean, it's looking super hyped here. Thanks to the second batch of crowd loans, we've popped like crazy here. As you can see, we had a lot of FOMO, people buying to contribute, people that already locked up their Kusama wanting to now load the boat once again, or people that had it unstaked in order to contribute, or people that got the crowd loan rewards from Moonriver and from Shiden and from Karura, selling some of that unlock in order to buy Kusama and contribute to the next crowd loans, right? And yeah, we could see here we've encountered some resistance around 400 here, 415, as you can see from this area here. But once we break that, like the next area of resistance is not until 530. Okay, so we've got this one here around 520-ish, 530. Okay, so around 530. So once we break this area here, if we accumulate here and then we manage to break it, we're going to be flying up to 530. So that is a huge pop for Kusama, likely getting close to retesting the all-time high of 650. So if that happens, that's going to be absolutely amazing for Kusama holders like myself, like you, likely watching this channel. I mean, when we're going to get that unlocked, if Kusama keeps on popping, we're likely going to get the unlock like on the 13th of May, and we're likely going to be seeing a $1,000 Kusama if things are going our way. If things keep popping, if there's still enough FOMO, remember that by the 13th of May next year, we're going to have another few batches of these crowd loans, and a lot more Kusama is going to get locked up meanwhile, right? So then we're going to get that unlock of over 1 million Kusama from those 5 parachain auctions from the first batch, but a lot more Kusama would have been locked up in the meantime, right? Because of all these other batches we're going to have. So yes, I do think that Kusama, assuming that we're going to remain in bull mode here for the market, or at least trade sideways for a couple of months, then we're likely going to see a $1,000 Kusama. So that's going to be definitely very bullish for us, right? Going forward, imagine when we're going to contribute to the future crowd loans with a $1,000 Kusama, what value will they have then, right? Considering that some of us have locked large bags of Kusama because the price was definitely much lower, right? Especially after that dump that we had when we went into Moonriver. So yeah, I do think this is how it's going to be, right? We do have a bearish scenario too, although I don't really see that happening just because of these crowd loans, right? We have the bearish scenario of $300 Kusama here. We do have a little bit of a support around 350 because of this area here. So if we're to dump, we'd retest 350 first and then 300. But yes, these are the scenarios, unlikely to happen but could happen. So just so you know, they are available as possible bearish scenarios here. So yes, that's it. Just a kind reminder, if you want to contribute to Calamari, you can still do so. Ignore this this symbol here, this text up at the top, the warning. Okay, you can do so. Also to Altair to get the bonus. And later today I'm going to be doing a really awesome video explaining to you which are my top 2 crowd loan picks for the second batch and why I think they're really beneficial and are likely going to give us a nice return. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you later on. Bye bye.